Are you preparing for the MRCEM SBA exam? You're in the right place. We provide high-quality MRCEM SBA study guides designed to help you feel confident and exam-ready. We know this exam can be challenging, that's why we offer free study resources to support your preparation. In this video, we'll walk you through 25 key points you need to know. Let's get started. Thunderclap headache while lifting weights, neck stiffness, photophobia, GCS 15. CT head within 1 hour is normal. Don't discharge. A negative CT doesn't exclude SAH. Next step, lumbar puncture at 12 hours from symptom onset. Why 12? Xanthochromia from hemoglobin breakdown takes at least 12 hours to develop. An LP done immediately can't distinguish SAH from a traumatic tap. CT angiography doesn't replace LP in the RCEM pathway. MRI isn't the standard next step either. This is a must-not-miss diagnosis. Right-sided weakness, expressive dysphagia, 90 minutes, NIHSS 12, looks like a stroke needing thrombolysis. But her INR is 1.8 on warfarin. Alteplase is contraindicated when INR exceeds 1.7. Bleeding risk is too high. Give aspirin 300 milligrams and admit to a hyperacute stroke unit. Don't reverse with PCC, then thrombolyze. That's not an established pathway. Thrombectomy may be considered if CTA shows large vessel occlusion, but that needs specialist assessment. IV heparin is not indicated in acute ischemic stroke. 4-year-old barking cough, stridor at rest, mild sternal recession, alert and drinking, moderate croup. First line, oral dexamethasone 0.15 milligrams per kilogram, single dose. Nebulized adrenaline is reserved for severe croup with significant distress. Nebulized budesonide is an alternative only if the child can't tolerate oral medication. Antibiotics have no role. Croup is viral, most commonly para-influenza, intubation only for impending airway obstruction. COPD exacerbation, SPO 282, pH 7.25, PCO 9.2. Type 2 respiratory failure with respiratory acidosis. Use a 28% Venturi mask targeting SPO 288 to 92. 15 liters via non-rebreather is dangerous, suppresses hypoxic drive, worsens hypercapnia, risks CO2 narcosis. 2-liter nasal cannula may not correct severe hypoxemia and can't deliver a precise FiO2. This patient will likely need NIV, but controlled oxygen comes first per BTS guidelines. 28-year-old, 14 weeks pregnant, swollen calf, Wells score 3. D-dimer is useless in pregnancy, it's physiologically elevated. Start treatment dose LMWH empirically and arrange compression ultrasound. Warfarin is contraindicated in pregnancy. It's teratogenic and crosses the placenta. CT venography involves pelvic radiation. Avoid. LMWH doesn't cross the placenta and is the anticoagulant of choice. Free MRCEM practice questions on our website, link in the description. Sudden tearing chest pain to the back, BP differential over 40 millimeters between arms, new early diastolic murmur, type A aortic dissection. The murmur is aortic regurgitation from root involvement. Poorly controlled hypertension is the major risk factor. Don't mistake for MI. Giving thrombolysis or anticoagulation for dissection can be fatal. No interarm BP differential or new murmur in MI, PE, or pericarditis. Confirm with CT aortography. Non-blanching petechial rash, meningism, septic shock, GCS 13, IV ceftriaxone 2 grams immediately, the single most important action. Don't delay for LP. It's contraindicated with hemodynamic instability and reduced GCS. Don't delay for CT. Don't delay for blood cultures. Take them at the time of cannulation, but don't wait for results. IV dexamethasone is secondary to antibiotics. Every minute counts. Sudden painless monocular vision loss. RAPD, pale retina with cherry red spot, cattle trucking of arterioles, central retinal artery occlusion. The cherry red spot is choroidal circulation visible through the thin fovea against the pale ischemic retina. Irreversible damage within 90 to 120 minutes. CRAO is a stroke equivalent, managed with antiplatelets and statin. CRVO looks completely different, stormy sunset with hemorrhages, not a pale retina. 3-year-old fever, refusing to weight bear, hip held inflection and external rotation, WCC 18, CRP 120. This is septic arthritis until proven otherwise, an orthopedic emergency. The most important step is urgent joint aspiration for diagnosis and washout. X-ray may be normal early. MRI takes too long. Oral antibiotics without aspiration are inadequate. You need synovial fluid for culture, and the joint needs drainage to prevent a vascular necrosis and destruction. Acute subdural hematoma with 8 mm midline shift, INR 3.8 on warfarin, life-threatening bleed needs immediate reversal, PCC for rapid factor replacement plus IV vitamin K, 5 mg for sustained effect. FFP is too slow, needs thawing, large volumes, and risks fluid overload. Vitamin K alone takes 4 to 6 hours, too slow. Tranexamic acid doesn't reverse warfarin. Just withholding warfarin is dangerously inadequate. Free MRCEM practice questions, link in the description. Type 1 diabetic GCS6, glucose 1.8, no IV access after 2 attempts. Give IM glucagon 1 mg, stimulates hepatic glycogenolysis, raises glucose in 10 to 15 minutes. Don't keep trying for IV access while the brain is starving. Buccal glucose gel needs consciousness. This patient has a GCS of 6. IO access is more invasive and slower than a simple IM injection. Rectal diazepam is for seizures, not hypoglycemia. Progressive bilateral leg weakness and tingling 2 weeks after a respiratory infection, symmetrical weakness, absent ankle jerks, glove and stocking sensory loss, classic GBS. Key distinction: GBS gives lower motor neuron signs, areflexia, flaccid weakness. Transverse myelitis gives upper motor neuron signs, hyperreflexia, spasticity, sensory level. Myasthenia has fatigable weakness with preserved reflexes and no sensory loss. Monitor serial FVC for respiratory failure. Stabbing to left chest, tachycardic, hypotensive, distended neck veins, muffled heart sounds, equal breath sounds bilaterally. That's Beck's triad, cardiac tamponade. Equal breath sounds rules out tension pneumothorax, which also causes distended veins but adds absent breath sounds and tracheal deviation. Hemothorax gives flat neck veins and dull percussion. Emergency pericardiocentesis or thoracotomy is the treatment. Painful red eye, photophobia, ciliary flush, cells and flare in the anterior chamber, small irregular pupil, plus ankylosing spondylitis, that's anterior uveitis. The irregular pupil is from posterior synechia, strongly associated with HLA-B27 conditions. Glaucoma gives a mid-dilated fixed pupil, not small and irregular. Conjunctivitis has no AC cells, no photophobia, normal pupil. Episcleritis is mild and self-limiting with no deep inflammation. Pacemaker patient, dizzy. ECG shows pacing spikes not followed by QRS complexes. That's failure to capture. The pacemaker is firing, but the myocardium isn't depolarizing. Causes: lead displacement, elevated threshold, lead fracture, battery depletion. Normal function means every spike produces a QRS. Failure to sense is different. That's spikes at wrong times, but still capturing. Oversensing means no spikes at all because the device is inhibited by noise. Free MRCEM practice questions, link in the description. 6 weeks amenorrhea, positive pregnancy test, tachycardic, hypotensive, peritonism, ruptured ectopic pregnancy, activate major hemorrhage protocol and go to emergency laparotomy. Don't wait for ultrasound. This patient is shocked and needs surgical hemorrhage control. Serial beta HCG is for stable pregnancies of unknown location. Methotrexate is for stable, unruptured ectopics only. IV fluids alone won't stop internal bleeding. 5-year-old peanut aspiration, can't speak or cough effectively, falling SATs, complete airway obstruction. For children over 1 with ineffective cough, 5 back blows, then 5 abdominal thrusts. Repeat the cycle. Encouraging coughing is only for effective cough. No blind finger sweeps. Risk pushing it deeper. Direct laryngoscopy with Magill forceps only if basic measures fail. Cricothyroidotomy is absolute last resort in children. 7 mm ureteric stone at the VUJ, refractory pain despite adequate analgesia. A stone this size has under 50% spontaneous passage rate. Failed analgesia in the ED is itself an indication for urgent urology referral, stent or ureteroscopy. Conservative management with tamsulosin is for smaller stones with controlled symptoms. ESWL is semi-elective, not emergency. No fever means no antibiotics needed. Regular narrow complex tachycardia at 150, stable vagal maneuvers failed. Next, per the Resuscitation Council algorithm, IV adenosine, 6 mg rapid bolus, then 12 if needed. Amiodarone is for broad complex tachycardias. DC cardioversion is for unstable patients with adverse features. Verapamil is second line. Beta blockers are for rate control in AF, not first line for terminating SVT. Free MRCEM practice questions, link in the description. DKA in a 55 kilogram patient. Fixed rate insulin infusion at 0.1 units per kilogram per hour. 55 times 0.1 equals 5.5 units per hour, not 5, not 8, not 10. Precision matters. Too much causes precipitous hypoglycemia and hypokalemia. Too little means inadequate ketone clearance. No bolus, just a fixed rate infusion. JBDS guidelines. Remember to check potassium before starting. 16 grams of paracetamol, 4-hour level 2 10 milligrams per liter. The treatment line is 100 at 4 hours. She's well above. Start IV NAC immediately. Activated charcoal only works within 1 hour of ingestion. At 4 hours, it's useless. Don't wait and recheck at 8 hours when the level is already above the line. Oral methionine is inferior to IV NAC. Don't discharge without treatment. Hepatic failure and death are real risks. Cardiac arrest, PEA, core temperature 28 degrees. Below 30 degrees, the heart is unresponsive to cardiac drugs. Withhold adrenaline until the core temperature rises above 30. Between 30 and 35, double the drug intervals. Don't cease resuscitation based on time. Not dead until warm and dead. This patient is in PEA, a non-shockable rhythm, so defibrillation isn't indicated anyway. Active rewarming is needed, not targeted temperature management, which is post-RCEM. That's all 22 topics covered. Test yourself. Free MRCEM practice questions on our website. Link in the description. You've got this. That's all 25 key points covered. To access the full MRCEM SBA practice exam and unlock more study resources, visit the link in the description below. Thanks for studying with us, and we'll see you in the next video.